Well, very good afternoon to you and welcome to the Farm Kenya show. And today we have a very interesting discussion. And this one touches on herbs. You know, in different contexts, when you mention a herb, people take it differently. But we have different herbs that are very beneficial to our bodies. But other than that, they also present a business opportunity when you talk about agribusiness. And that is actually the scale that we'll be going into, looking at how you can go into herb production, how do you source for market, what are the challenges when it comes to herb production, and who better to help us have this conversation other than James Rocky, who's a herbs farmer from Gatanga Digital Young Farmers, and they're doing organic farming. He'll be giving us his insights. He's done this for close to 3 to 4 years, so they are really into this for the long haul. Other than that, also we have our very own chef from Kamau, and ladies and gentlemen, we shall get you a drum here so that when we introduce you, we hit it like boom. Then you say what you're having. Good to see you, Ron.
Good to see you too, Noah.
What are we making today?
So today we'll be making an Indian-inspired dish. We make it from one of our concepts called the Siloko. It's called Sag Paneer Kathi. Yes. Sag
Paneer Kathi. Is the meal as lengthy as the name?
Or considering it's a roll, you can maybe.
That's interesting. Why is that important? Why Sag Paneer?
So now the dish is made of paneer cheese, so hence the name paneer, and a number of other components inside.
Okay.
Has a masala sauce base inside it, tamarind, so basically Indian kind of origin, yeah?
Okay.
We'll go into details how about to prepare it.
All right.
It's pretty much straightforward, and I think in between our preparations, we can even derive something we know on our end, which you will see later on.
Now I like that. I like that. Might get a mutura from it. Anyway. My name is Noki Kimbo, and we begin this show on the herbs. And so thank you very much, James, for making time to talk to us about herbs. You know, when you go to Jamaica, but here in Kenya, we have quite a number of herbs. First of all, you guys have gone into herbs farming, started as interested in producing food that is cleaner, that is an alternative, not so mainstream. Talk to us about your journey and also even the Gatanga Group's journey coming into production before we get into the specifics.
Yeah, thank you very much, Noah. My name is James Rocky. I come from Moringa County, Gatanga. And what we do herbs farming. And today I'm going to showcase what we have here. We started in 2021. A group of around 7 people, young farmers, and then we merged into a bigger group who are doing organic, now the Gatanga Organic Umbrella. And we do a lot of herbs, and that is what we do. We started by training about organic farming, and then we developed that interest and passion, and now that's what we do. Now we are here.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
From 2021.
From 2021.
This is a post-COVID era, and now people are more sensitive to what they're eating. I can imagine how was it sort of a call? Was it a calling for all of you, seeing the way consumption trends were changing, to decide to go into organics?
Yes. When COVID hit, people are bored, and people are developing these colds and these health issues. And when we heard about herbs farming, and we found some people who could teach us about it, maybe let me shout out to them. Kwan, Kenya Organic Farmers Network, you guys did a good job. You came through and you trained us about how to, starting from propagation and then growing into herbs plant and then value addition. We'll talk about the value addition part of it that you taught us. And we are grateful that we saved a lot of health issues back then because people are developing cold. We were giving them alternatives on how to keep their immune strong.
Okay.
Yeah, and we grew into a bigger group. Now we are around 30 people, committed farmers from 7 to 30 people. We merged into another group called Go Farm, and that's what we're doing together. And big up to Chairman Go Farm there, Mr. Mungai. I know you're watching. I know you inspired me through this journey, and now I'm here.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Mr. Mungai.
Mr. Mungai.
All right. So, getting into, when you're trying to farm herbs, I don't know, I'm fresh off the board, off the sea. I want to come into this kind of farming. I have no clue. Where do I begin?
Herbs farming is a thing because it talks about, it ensures that we are healthy. And that's one thing that should inspire you because health is a very big asset. It's a good asset to us. And when you want to start herbs farming, you must first of all learn how to do it. You must first of all get that training. You call agronomists or people who are doing herbs farming, and they will show you how to start. You can start with cuttings, start with seeds. There are some which have seeds, others you start with cuttings, splits. Then you learn how to propagate them in a very hygienic way. So because these are things that are added into your drinks directly or your food as herbs and spices. So when you start farming is when you look for market. The market is there, but you have to go out of your way and look for market. Currently, you're doing well because digital marketing is very comes into handy when it comes to marketing these days. And people are interested into herbs. And you can do it anywhere. You can do it back in the village. You can do it here in town.
Definitely. So you have to be trained how to do it properly. Proper propagation. You've talked about how clean, because these are things that are added to the food directly. That element, and I'd like us just to go a little bit, touch. I know it's more detail when it comes to how to that teaching on propagation and herbs. How does it begin? You have, first of all, even just land preparation of where you grow these herbs. You've spoken about how flexible that is. So you don't need 10 acres of land to be able to do this. Talk to me about that flexibility and how to create that safe environment to begin propagating the herbs rather.
For us, we do organic. And when we talk about organic, we start with soil health. You make sure that your soil is healthy. You use well-decomposed compost manure and some organic fertilizers that we make from readily available materials from home. And you can start with just a small piece of land. Some of these herbs do not take a lot of land, so you can do even less than a quarter acre. You can start with a 50 by 100 or a 20 by 50. These days we have the green technologies. For example, we have vertical gardens that can enable you to do several tons in just 1 acre or several tons in just 50 by 100 that you have. That's where we start. So you start by looking for fresh, good propagating material. The cuttings, for example, we have sage here. Sage, you just get some seedlings, or you get some cuttings from a well-known or a certified propagationist. And then you prepare your land, you put some compost manure, the organic fertilizer, and it takes just 3 months we'll be harvesting.
Yeah, really? That's quite incredible. And I'm glad you've started with sage. First of all, it sounds very archaic and so mysterious, sage, like a sage, those wise people and whatnot. For sage, how's the sage market in Kenya? How's the demand of this particular herb?
For those who know sage is very versatile. Sage, in fact, they are used even in spiritual ways, because when you burn it, it removes negative energy in the house. And then sage is very relaxing when you use it. It also helps in inflammatories, to relieve inflammatories. And it's even used in massage parlors because it's very relaxing. That calming effect of the sage is very nice when you're talking about how to use it.
That's quite incredible. Yeah. Let's just stand up. So this is sage?
This is sage.
Okay. You can just stand up so that we hold these.
Yes.
Yeah, so these ones are used in massage parlors.
In massage parlors, most of the massage oils contain this sage.
Ah.
Yes.
That's quite interesting. So this one is a seedling too?
This one is a seedling. Actually, this one is 2 weeks. And you see, in like another week or two, I'll be harvesting. I'll be plucking the leaves and using for my tea.
Okay. And for this one, because these herbs, you sort of have to create a different condition, environment for them to be able to grow. But in terms of taking care of sage for somebody who wants to grow sage, what are those elements? I know you've touched about organic manure, having to do proper soil preparation. Other than that, for sage specifically, does it have specific demands when it comes to growing it?
Yeah, for sage it's very simple because it doesn't need much. It's an organic herb. So what you need to do is just prepare your soil. If you want to put it in a pot, even you can pot it and put it in your house because it doesn't require much. Just regular watering and it will grow by itself.
Okay, that's incredible. I like it. So with this one, you say that you're gonna replant this, and then in 2 weeks you'll be putting some in your tea.
Yes.
In terms of value addition, because that's the way to go, and you guys have gone that direction. How are you value adding sage?
Yeah, value addition part, when it's grown, when it's like 3 months, you can start harvesting in bulk. And what we do back home, we do renewable energy. We do solar drying. So we have this solar dryer that we use to hygienically dry it, so that it can be value added, and so that we package it into some packets or pouches.
Okay. So the value added product is sort of powdery.
Powdery? I do not have it here, but it looks like this.
It's very similar.
Very similar to this Moringa. I have several that I've carried.
Okay.
We'll have a look at them.
Definitely. So this one you add in tea. I'm still stuck there in massage parlors. I don't know how they use it. I don't know it's in the tea of the person who is waiting to be massaged so that they can relax. The health benefits of sage, what are those?
The health benefits, as I've mentioned, is a very calming herb. So you can take it in your tea, hot water, you can put it in your soup. Some people put it in their food. When you finish cooking, you can just sprinkle and then you cover. The flavor goes into the food, then you consume.
Okay.
So it also has some antioxidant benefits. It's an antioxidant, and also it helps in inflammatories, to relieve inflammatories. Okay,
definitely. Beautiful. So there goes sage. Then there's another herb here. Looking very interesting. What is this one?
This herb is called Moringa.
Moringa.
I know you have heard of Moringa. Actually, I had a challenge on my status. I posted this and asked them, if you name it, I will shout you out. So big up Joseph. So you mentioned it's Moringa oleifera. It's a very nutritious herb. This one is the king, actually, because it's stronger than the muarubaini. You have heard of muarubaini? That treats It treats 40 diseases.
Uh-huh.
Now this one does almost 200 diseases.
Hey.
Moringa.
What is the Sheng word for 200?
Ruabe.
Ruabe. So itakuwa mwara. Ruabe.
Muruabe. We might come up with a name here because people need this.
Uh-huh. So this one, how do you grow this? Is it different?
Now this one is like a tree.
Okay.
Actually, in our area, advocating for people to plant this. When you talk about tree planting and those climate change issues, this one grows as a tree. It can get even bigger, almost 20 meters tall, if you do not take care of it well.
Okay.
It can also grow bushy when you take care of it, so that you harvest more.
Okay.
And it's a very important herb because, first of all, the health benefits of it. If you have stomach problems or the digestive tract, you can use this. It's very nice.
Okay.
It also has some elements of cancer, treating cancer cells and killing them. So when you talk about Moringa, the ulcers, all this inflammatory, and
the gut.
It's very nice when you use it.
I see that. And in terms of value addition, you guys still are doing solar drying?
Yes, when it grows into a tree, you pluck the leaves, the branches, you wash them, and then you put it in the solar dryer. It takes about 1 day, and it's really dried. So from there, you can now package it and sell.
Okay, definitely. Okay, time is running pretty quick. We have quite a number here.
Yes.
Let's start with the red one. Yeah.
This one is the hibiscus.
Hibiscus herb.
I'm a hibiscus. And this hibiscus, first of all, it has this aesthetic scenery in your farm. Or you can use it in your backyard or in your flower garden. It looks so good when you plant it. And it has some benefits when you put it in your tea, when you put it in your water, your juice. It's sometimes put in cocktails. Yeah, this is hibiscus.
Hibiscus.
Yes.
These ones are very popular. Call them lemon?
Lemongrass.
Nice. That's such a nice smell.
So,
Lemongrass also. These ones you also plant just like the rest of the herbs.
Yeah, just like the rest of the herbs, but this one is a bit different. This one, as you can see, it looks like Napier grass. It looks like Napier grass, but it's not Napier. It is just you put rows and then you plant into holes. The same way you prepare for sage and other herbs, you prepare your soil the same, and then you regular water it, so that you grow it to this big.
How long does this take to mature?
This one takes around 2 months. 2 months, it develops a lot of splits, so it's a perennial crop. So when you have it, about several splits, like 3 to 4, you can develop into several hundreds in 3-4 months.
Okay.
Yes.
And in terms of value adding this, because in the village you just pluck it, throw it in hot water, and you're good to go.
Yeah, it's recommended that you value add it. When you value add it, you add the shelf life of it. And also, when you value add it, you get to have the concrete nutrients of it.
Okay.
And it's used in teas also and hot water.
Okay.
It helps to treat cold and inflammations if you have.
Okay.
And this lemongrass is very nice.
Beautiful. We have two, because I'm gonna pick two. This one looks like lantana-ish. Lantana.
Yes,
This
yes,
one.
yes. This one.
This one's. What are these?
These are mints.
Mints. Very
These are
nice.
mint.
Like adding
That
them in
is
drinks.
spearmint. You put it in. In fact, you can get mint everywhere. Probably the toothpaste that you used in the morning has some mint in them. Yeah. Though this mint is a very nice herb. You can use it the same way you use the sage and other herbs. You can put it in cocktails. You can put it in your juice. You can put it in hot water, your tea, and also your food.
Definitely. Minty food.
Yes.
I like that. And this one you've already... Is this different?
The same. These are the cuttings of sage, and these are the seedlings.
Yes. I see that.
Yes.
Also, then we have, of course, one of the most popular ones that we like.
This one is rosemary.
Rosemary.
This one is rosemary. It comes in handy when you want to put in some food. You can put it in rice. And also you can use it the same way you put in hot water. You can use it in soup. You can use it in juices. And you can also put some in cocktails.
Okay.
So this rosemary has some very nice, when you talk about digestion and your breathing system, it helps to open up your breathing system. Helps to improve your immunity.
Okay.
Yeah, and also it has some elements that can be used in treating wounds. When you have some wounds, you can put this. And also blood pressure.
We have all our life solution is on this table.
True.
If you want to live to 100,
yes.
everything is scattered here. Yes. So there we have rosemary. There's one that looks pretty unique, and these are big leaves.
Big leaves. This is mulberry.
Mulberry.
Yes, this is mulberry. It actually has some fruits when you let it grow. It has some fruits that are very nutritious. It's a berry.
Okay.
And it grows into a tree just like moringa. And what we do, we harvest the leaves and the branches, and then we do value addition of these leaves.
Okay.
Yes.
Very. When you talk about herbs farming, what do you think is, or what are some of the most common mistakes that a lot of first-time herb farmers make that, they end up making losses maybe in their first round? Briefly, in less than a minute.
Yeah, you first of all have to learn about herbs farming because they require some hygienic standards in your farm, and they are not much attacked by infections or diseases or pests, because some of them even have repellent qualities that can repel flies. Like the rosemary is used to, and the lavender can be used to repel some flies and aphids and also mosquitoes. So when you talk about the mistakes that most farmers do when they are starting out, is that they do not look for market first. You must have, first of all, if you want to do it commercially, you must have a ready market for these herbs so that the growing can be smooth. So you do not want to end up being disappointed when you plant so many and then you do not have that market.
Definitely. You end up eating all your moringa, yeah? Makes a lot of sense. And in closing, in less than a minute, I think even as we come to the close of the year, the herbs market, you guys have been doing it for a couple of years. Where do you think it's heading, and what will shape the herbs market come 2025?
Yeah, the herbs market is very important. As I've mentioned, it is not easily affected by pests. So when you're growing herbs, you can, like in our area, we have these menace of vervet monkeys. Vervet monkeys, in fact, you cannot plant anything subsistent. The maize or the tomatoes or some other vegetables because of this vervet monkeys menace. And that is why you are very interested in doing herbs, because herbs are not easily affected or they cannot be eaten by these vervet monkeys.
Okay.
So in our area, it came as a solution. So we are trying to advocate for farmers to plant this and also to make sure they have it in their farm so that they can have those health benefits and also helping the community.
Definitely.
Yes.
Thank you very much, James. Really appreciate.
Pleasure.
Sana.
It's a pleasure.
James Rocky.
Yes.
Herbs farmer. He actually has a farm called Rocky Farm.
Rocky Farm.
Correct. And I was asking him whether he has a driving school. He told me no. So let us not get conflicted there, but he's a herbs farmer, also from Gachagua Digital. Young farmers, and they're doing herbs. You can go into this, but first of all, find market. That is one. Secondly, find training so that you're properly equipped. You don't just go and start propagating seeds and planting without necessarily knowing what you're doing. And lastly, the health benefits are immense. In fact, as people become healthier and they're feeding organically, there is market. You just have to find it. We take a short break. When we come back, we are making paneer. And I was told by Chef Ron that it's from India. So let's take a short break. We'll come back with more. Stay tuned.
Tufanye kazi pamoja na tukue pamoja.